aims of the Irish presidency to progress that. What's your reaction to the news today?
Well, it was one of the aims and priorities of the Irish presidency. In fact, I spoke to President Obama about this 2 years ago. I'm very glad that during our presidency it's been possible to get this approval for the mandate across the line, and that's been well recognised here today on everybody's side. At the meeting that we had about this, we agreed that this was a very beneficial result. We also agreed that the negotiations would start formally next month in Washington, and we also agreed that the potential benefits of this on both sides of the Atlantic are enormous, both in terms of jobs and possibilities for economic growth. And the EU-US mandate now is not just strictly on trade issues alone, it will be part of a bigger picture of growth on both sides of the Atlantic. So from our point of view, from our presidency perspective, I welcome this very strongly. Remember, Ireland's exports to the US were 27 billion in 2011. The clear indication for all countries, states and European Union countries, is a win-win situation.
How long do you reckon the negotiations will go on for, Taoiseach?
Well, I would think that there needs to be a number of things done here. I think we should start with ones that are clearly non-contentious. I think it's possible to have a modular development where you can have issues in isolation dealt with. But I would say, let's say 2.5 years, I would think should be possible to do this.
What about the French government? They had some problems with regard to the film industry in France, and also just in relation to, obviously, David Cameron, we spoke about this before, there's likelihood that the UK could actually leave the European Union and leave this behind.
Well, on the first issue, that matter has been resolved, and I'm glad to say that under the stewardship of Ireland, with Richard Bruton the chair last weekend, this matter was all resolved and concluded, and we move on from there now with the official launch of the talks just in the next few weeks. In regard to the European Union and British continuation in that, obviously that's a matter for the British people in due course. The Prime Minister has made it very clear that he doesn't want to leave the European Union. Britain was a founder member of the Union. It's got a very important part to play in the single market, and now with the potential for EU-US trade, the future is even brighter.